Okay, so this is the morning of the second day. I've already brushed my teeth and had a shower and spent some time outside. The weather is starting to turn though, as you can hear from the rain. And at this point I had a fairly good night. I didn't have to shower in the night. It did rain in the night, so I didn't really get out the tent. I stayed inside in the tent and just endured the headache. For now the headache is not as bad. I still have a headache, but it's not as bad. I did have a long hot shower this morning, and if you don't have hot water, if you don't have access to as much hot water as I've got now, that's also right. You know, it just prolongs the agony a bit longer if you don't have access to hot water to shower in. So the idea is that we're not eating for 10 days, so we've done one day, so that's another 9 days to go. Now surprisingly I actually feel quite good after the first day. Normally I'd have a lot more like of the irritation showing up in my physical body than what I'm experiencing, so I am grateful for that. But I mean, anything can happen. Obviously the more toxins and the better you eat before you do this kind of thing, the less your body will have to fight with when you start doing it. And when I say the better you eat, I mean the more radical fast food and the spicier foods and the coffee and those kind of things, if you cut those out, if you cut the caffeine out, you have a better chance at not having so much irritation when you start doing this. And you just have to cut it out for like 2 weeks before, a week and a half before you start doing this. One of the things that can help to do this is, instead of counting 10 days, instead of counting 10 days to yourself, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, rather count 5. Rather count up to halfway and then count down from halfway. So even though I'm doing 10 days, I'm thinking about the 5 that I must do first, and once I've done those 5, then I'm thinking about the 5 I must still do. In other words, I count up to 5 and then I count down from 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's also a lot easier. We used to do that when we did a lot of swimming training. We had to swim long distances in the pool. Instead of counting the 40 lengths, you count up to 20 and you count back from 20. It's just a psychological thing. It just helps. It's just one of those little help tools. Okay, something else, like when you do shower, like when you start showering, you know, really scrub your body. I mean, I went and bought a scrubbing brush. It's actually a toilet bristle brush. It's one of those brushes you clean the toilets with, and I'm using one of those to really scrub my body. And I mean, you know, where do all the toxins sit? They sit in your skin. Where in your skin? Just a couple of layers beneath your skin, the toxins start building up there as well. So we're not just cleaning our body and getting our bodies to heal themselves. We're also cleaning our bodies as much as we can. Our skin, I mean, after the 3rd or the 4th day, your skin clears up quite a bit, and you start feeling a lot better about the way your skin looks, about yourself. So that's also a plus. Just something else is that the day before I started, the day I got here, I chatted to 2 campers that were here. One was a Canadian woman, and the other one was an Australian guy. He's actually South African. He's actually Afrikaans, but he's stayed in Australia for so long he sounds Australian now. Not that he stayed there long. But I got chatting to them. We chatted quite a bit, and I told them what I was doing here. And whenever the conversation came around to spirituality and spiritual things and being spiritual, automatically my psyche jumps into the whole Christian realm of thinking. And I would say to them, but we've agreed we're not talking Christianity. We're not being Christian. We're not talking Christianity. And somewhere in my thinking, I cannot help but put Christianity and spirituality together. Now, is this Is this because of my upbringing? Is this because I've had so much time in the church that I cannot separate the two? I mean, spirituality has been around long before any of the modern mainstream religions that are established today came along. I mean, we've always been spiritual. Humanity has always been spiritual, no matter what corner of the world it was in. So that's just something to think about. I mean, you know, ultimately there will be some kind of spirituality attached to what I'm doing here, but is it Christian? Is it wrong now to look at spirituality through the eyes that are not Christianity? I mean, you know, it's something to think about. I mean, how much control does the powers of this world already have over the masses when you can only look at spirituality through Christian eyes? I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, there's always been a rock and a stream and a river and a lizard. I mean, there's always been these spiritual things that are around us that are guideposts, that are signs, that are something part of nature. I mean, we've always been a part of nature. We've always been in nature. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's just something to think about. Yeah.